really wanted to stream. I really wanted to draw, and I guess I wanted to talk to my audience, right? The fucking 3 people that come on just to piss me off. But yes, I am live. How's the audio? I moved my mic. Yeah, nice. I moved my mic from my right titty to my left titty. So let's see how this goes. But yes, as always, practicing from imagination. So I had some insane stuff happen to me in the past, apart from like the art what thing that you guys know I'm doing, which was fucking awesome. I just happened to wake up at the time that they sent a message to me like, hey, I want to be part of this interesting little thing. I was like, okay, I'll be part of this interesting little thing. Apart from that, it was pretty fucking cool because I went to Fan Expo this week, this past Friday, and bro, I met some amazing artists, many of whom, what the fuck am I saying? Many of them have fucking zero literacy. That's what I get for being an immigrant. But many of them have anywhere from 5 to 200 fucking thousand plus followers on Instagram, and one of them, this guy James Reyes, has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, right? So it's pretty insane. But I got feedback from a lot of them, and every single one of them were saying like, I'm on the right path, you're doing good. So there you go. Now I'm even more justified in being a dickhead. It's fucking awesome. You ever wonder what to do? Well, don't, because I'll tell you what to do, because apparently I'm doing the right thing. But okay, I'm trying to think right now, right? How do I want to continue this? But yeah, they all gave me good feedback, especially regarding composition, around like focal points, trying to keep things in mind. So this is the focal point, and we're gonna have everything lead to that, right? That's what I'm thinking right now. I don't like what I did here. This wire looks like shit. But yeah, I met some amazing artists. Mike Ruth, right? Mike Ruth, Roth. Like, what's it called? Oh, fuck, I forgot the other girl's name. She's like, she sells stickers and shit, right? I met James Reyes. I met William Liu, right? I met Jean-Paul Desong. Desong? I don't know how to say his name. He fucking convinced me to start Animorphs now, at least like a test run of it. So, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do. Anybody got any tips? Anybody who actually wants to comment and say, hey, for architecture, why don't you try this? None of you cunts? Okay, sounds good to me. As always, I'll go fuck myself. All right, vanishing point, horizon line. Okay, let's start like something like this then. Hello, Osine? I don't know how to pronounce that. Hello, Osine, how are you? All right, what's giggity guanin? No, I'm not drawing a gun. No, I'm not making a gun. You guys can go fuck yourselves on that. It's Sorchromo. Mini Eiffel Towers could be interesting. I'm trying to, yeah, like that's kind of what this is leading towards. Also, Sorchromo, I saw your comment. And dude, don't overthink the brush mat too much. All right, it's literally just, I'm kind of just imitating how Kim Jong-il uses it, right? He uses his fingers. He obviously uses his shoulders and stuff, but he mainly uses his fingers, right? And he keeps a loose, relaxed, but firm grip, right? He draws from all angles. I'm just really trying, and like Peter Han, all those people, I'm just trying to understand how they do it, and then I'm going off of that. So you don't need to overanalyze everything I'm doing. I think it's great that you are analyzing. Don't get me wrong. I actually think it's awesome that you are analyzing, and you're genuinely like looking at what needs to be done or what you could do as well. But I would say just start with the material and take it from there, right? Because experience is the only teacher. As long as you keep those things in mind, you really won't go wrong, right? But yeah, I mean, you're killing it. You just actually, I have no idea if you're killing it. I'm just giving generic fucking like empty feel good platitudes. But I'm sure you'll kill it as you continue on your path. That's better. But yeah, let's create architecture. Try to keep everything in mind as we go along. The thing is, when I tried to use the brush pen, wrist versus arm, when I did it with the arm, the mistakes like didn't feel mine. It felt like the pen itself was just unstable. With wrist, the mistakes felt like mistakes. Like I saw I screwed up. The arm was different. Well, that's the thing, right? shoulder, like getting that level of pressure control sensitivity with the shoulder is, I don't know if that's just lack of skill or something. It's always a lack of skill, but the shoulder is a different pivot than the wrist and the fingers, right? For the brush pen and just pens in general, just look at all the artists you look up to. You'll notice that most of them do use their fingers a lot, actually. Like they'll say one thing, but a lot of them use their fingers and shit when it comes to like a drawing, right? So find what's comfortable for you, but at the end of the day, you know your goals relatively, right? Like you probably have a relatively clear idea of what you're looking for and what you want. So what should I do here? So just keep that in mind while you go about your practice. That's what I would recommend. Because nobody can tell you how to draw, but I can tell you how to draw because I'm not a nobody. God, I'm fucking hilarious. But lots of fuck up on the left. But I'm trying to recall all the architecture stuff. But yeah, genuinely, like the tip I would give that I'd keep in mind is, yeah, use your fingers, right? Like just look at Kim Jong-il, Peter Han, Karl Krapinski. Like a lot of them use their fingers. Even Antonio from Artwad, right? There's a lot of artists who use pen, Katya Terada, like a lot of them, when they do, the people who do the grand live scale drawings, yeah, they use their shoulders a lot too, but it's like, are you going to be doing live drawing, right? Like how big is your canvas? My canvas is always going to be an A4 piece of paper, right? Like printer paper. So for me, I don't need to do like a sweeping gesture. I don't need to truly build the skill. And I could be wrong. 10 years from now, things can change. But right now, I don't need to build that skill because I can make the line and then connect it and then connect it and then it'll still look the exact same or very similar, right? So think about the canvas, I think is a good tip, right? Think about the canvas that you're looking to build on, right? And go from there as well. I'm trying to think in terms of like, because I'm trying to think about the architecture and shit I've seen, right? I don't want to just draw random forms. Okay, I think that's a bit better. This, something like that. I saw something like that on a house once. I don't even know what the fuck it was, but I just know that it was like that. It just was something. But yeah, so Chromo, let me know if that helps. Right? Let me know if that helps because it really is like there are staples to learning motor control with any medium or any yeah, any tool, right? Which is like relaxed fingers, relaxed grip, right? But firm. You know, you don't want to be like stressing it because for months on end, I was actually holding it a little too tight. Now I'm a lot more relaxed, right? But yeah, let me know if that helps. If you have any other questions, if you want me to clarify something, please ask because I would love to help in that regard as well. Weird suggestion, but could you do like fleshy buildings, like scaffolding made of bones or something? I can try. The thing is, I'm literally just trying to figure out architecture right now, so I can't even tell you like what I'm doing is correct or not. Right? I'm just trying to understand what it is that I'm drawing. But I can certainly try. I'm not even going to promise that I'm going to do it this session, okay? Because I don't like telling people I'll do something and then not doing it. Unless it makes me laugh, then I'll do it all the time. But right now I'm not trying to make myself laugh. I'm trying to learn. See, we've all seen something like that, I'd like to think, right? Now, is it okay? I mean, the perspective is a bit off. Perspective is very off, actually, because this is fucking diverging. But we can just fix that with a thicker line. There you go. Now it's perfect, right? Beautiful, I'm a genius. But I'm just trying to think because like I don't even know how the fuck to draw scaffolding. It's super difficult. I'm just trying to figure it out. Obviously, not knowing is the best part because then you can sort of try to figure out as you go, right? Something like this. And then we have something like that. And then it was also let's see. Ooh, this is really fun. I fucking love this, man. I love drawing from imagination. I love this so much. Hey, hi, don't stream right now. I'm at work. Thanks. Okay, goodbye. Fuck off my channel. Thank you. This is, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to tell me not to stream? I'll goddamn jizz everywhere with my stream if I have to. Motherfucker. Yeah, that told her. And then something like this. Don't be mean. I'm not being mean. I'm being brutally honest. There's a difference. You know how people say they're just blunt? That's what I'm doing. I'm being a complete asshole, but I'm hiding behind the fact that I'm just an honest person, right? So there you go. You're welcome. Let's see. Well, either way, enjoy work. There you go. By the way, would you design my next tattoo? I'd love a design from you. Would you actually? What the fuck? Sure. I mean, I don't know why people expect anything of me. I actually forgot to say this, but I got a job offer when I went to Fan Expo. Like not an actual job offer, but I was going to all these artists and showing them feedback. Right. The first guy I went to was an art director, and I showed him the imagination drawings that you guys have been seeing me stream. Right. And he's like, "Yo, I love this shit. How much would you charge for this?" And I'm like, "I put it on Kofi as a joke, and I'm charging 200." He's like, "Yeah, I can see people paying that." And then he's like, "I want to work with you." I was like, "Nani? It's Kuzi?" Like he fucking runs a comic studio and all that shit. I was so confused, but it was amazing. Don't get me wrong; it was absolutely fucking amazing. But I don't know. I guess a lot of people believe in me now, because I went to a lot of artists and they all said I was on the right path, and they just said just keep going. And I had some great conversations. Some of them even challenged my conceptions on some things. Right? I just told them I was better than them, and they agreed. But still got challenged. Still got challenged, which is nice. Uh, but yeah, it was insane. I don't know how many people. There's only two people, so I guess those of you are getting the small little TLDR rundown of what happened. I'm serious though, lol. You're good. I watch your vids all the time. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it, Roxanne. I appreciate it a lot. Check out my short. I actually I said I wouldn't do short form content, but thanks to the opportunity that Arwad provided, I'm like, if there's any time to do it, it's now. So I actually decided to give people exercises to do. It's amazing. I shill them. I give tangible actions that somebody can take, and then I shill them again, and then I shill my own content. I'm a fucking genius, I swear. But let's see. You, okay, yeah. I mean, if you're serious about the tattoo, but again, like you can see, my lines aren't amazing. I want to be really honest. All right, I'm up for the challenge, but you have to know what you're getting yourself into, which is a beginner who still doesn't know a lot. And yeah, like I'll fucking keep trying until I get it down, of course. But money, I want millions. I want to be. I charge 500,000 by the second. So, uh, as long as you're okay with going bankrupt, I actually don't know how much tattoo artists charge. Let's see. Try to think. I'm trying to think of a design. I love how I'm just moving on because I can't think of anything here. What the fuck? What else? Hmm. Let's see. Uh, this kind of doesn't make sense right now. OMG, so expensive. I'll rethink it. I don't know what the charge is. But hey, as long as it's reasonable, as in per time. I don't know. I don't know what the charge is, to be honest. I don't even know how the fuck I do a tattoo for you because I live in Canada and I don't know where you live. But yeah, I mean, I can do a design if that's what you mean. Like, if you want me to draw a design that you can take to a tattoo artist, uh, that's probably what you mean. I think I'm just retarded. That's probably what you mean. Oh, kill me. Okay. Let's keep thinking on how we can make this make sense, right? Okay. What else have I seen? There you go. We can do this. Okay. How can we connect this? Oh wait, what am I doing? I could just do something like this. There you go. It's a fucking building, for Christ's sake. Jesus. So there you go. There you go. And we can do something like that. I'm still trying to figure out the perspective. I don't like relying on intuition. Yeah, I want you to make the design so I can get it tattooed. Low. Okay. All right. What's a reasonable price for that? Right. They say value your time at $50 an hour, but I'm planning to be a millionaire, so I'll do $500,000 an hour. I think that's more reasonable compared to 200,000 a second, right? Listen, we'll figure it out. Okay. We'll have a back and forth. You'll get upset that I'm not budging on my price, and then you'll unsubscribe. So it'll be fine. But no, it's okay. I mean, it just comes down to how many hours I work on the design, right? If we can do by the hour versus what's it called? By how much swag I have. It all depends. It all depends. Let's see. We can finish this. That's for sure. And this pen is new. You guys know probably noticed in my short. If you didn't, my fucking line work was ass yesterday. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it was absolute fucking garbage. Like, I was so shaky. I don't know what happened, but I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Right. We. So yeah, again, like one of the advices I got from JP Buzio, JPBuzio, right? I'll hit you up on IG then. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Give me till like tonight or tomorrow to get back to you. Hopefully, like, I'm not gonna obviously waste your time or anything, but give me a little bit of time. After this, I have to do my actual drawing because this art wad thing is taking up a lot of time, and then I have to practice piano and blah blah blah. Eat, right? You know how it is. There you go. Something like that. That's pretty fun. That's fine. I'm in no rush. Okay, sounds good. What the fuck? Is this networking? I did it. I'm a fucking god. And soon she will write reviews and recommend me to other people. And they'll be like, damn, I trust your word. And then before you know it, I'll have maybe 7 people who want to commission me for something. Just enough to buy a coffee and think, I won't go broke today. Anyway, bye. Have fun. Yep, you too, Roxanne. Enjoy work. What the fuck? Dude, life is so weird. What like these past 4 days have just been getting opportunities. I know they say luck is when preparedness meets opportunity, and I have been lubing my asshole quite often to be prepared for anything that happened. But I thought it'd take at least another few years for that to really rear its girthy head. See, I know this doesn't make sense, but just because it's symmetrical, it works. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Now, what other shapes exist in life? Many shapes. Which of them do I know? Well, we're about to find out, right? We're about to find out. But oh yeah, I saw this as well. Art networking is all fun and games till you get sent to the blank 5 meter wall drawing for $500 and forget your line quality warm ups. Lol. Nothing about that was lol. I'm depressed now. Thanks, Okromo. But dude, let me know if my advice helped. I don't like being edged when people actually reach out to me. You know, I guess in interviews you could say that's one of my weaknesses. See, I've seen a lot of this. I saw this literally today on my walk. Like pipe thing sticking out of the wall of like some house or whatever. Right? It was interesting. So I was like, okay, let's try to keep that shape in mind. That whole blank 5 meter wall thing literally just sounds like what SuperAni artists do. I hope they get paid more than $500. Jesus Christ. I really hope they get paid more than $500. Okay, now we need some variety, right? So Chromo, I've been doing the line exercise you showed me in the Discord for the past few days. Then ran into a problem from earlier yesterday. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, like the thing is, most of your problems will simply be fixed through intentional repetitions and mileage. And where the intentional part is you focus on the best practices, right? So just a shit ton of intentional repetitions. If for you it's line work, then just firm, loose grip, continuous lines as much as possible, challenging the angles and the ways in which you can do it, clean line pressure. There's already so much to think about right there, right? So there you go. You really like if that is for all of our brains, that's like the most we can learn and focus on at a time. So when you're doing your line practices, nothing else is a concern. Okay, it's just clean line work, which is pen pressure control and motor control and consistency. Already a lot to think about. And then continuous lines, right? That's another thing. And then another thing is just a good calm grip without being too tense. That's a lot to think about. So it's just about cycling through those thoughts essentially as much as often as you can, as consistent as you can for hundreds and thousands of repetitions, right? So don't think about I'm doing it for a few days. Just think I'm doing it right now, and all that matters is the effort you're putting in, because that's really what it is. All that matters is really the effort that you're putting in, you know, because one thing people can't take away from you is the work you've done. The one thing you can't take away from yourself is the fact that you did line exercises, and that's all that matters. You know, where those line exercises take you, you can objectively know they'll take you far, right? But there's no point thinking about the future in that sense. You just need to know that I'm doing my best based on the things that I know and the things that I'm practicing. But all that matters is that I'm practicing, you know? Viggy motivates. Viggy fam gets motivated. Jesus Christ. I didn't plan that, but oh my god. Let's see. Right. Okay, what other buildings? Oh, we got this. We can do this. Because we've all seen this. Right, we've all seen fucking this shit. This exists fucking in every house. This is the part where I get to play with perspective because I can actually bend it a little bit, right? So, but yeah, so Chromo, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Just keep going. Be unnecessarily confident that you're on the right path. Because I'm telling you, you are. Just like all those artists that told me when I went to Fan Expo this past Friday who were like, you're on the right path, you're on the right path, right? Why? Because I'm practicing the fundamentals. And I'm only practicing the fundamentals, right? They gave me good advice. They told me how to not get too caught up in the fundamentals, like how to just kind of relax in the sense that just sometimes draw just without thinking too much, right? And I ended up having an amazing drawing because I didn't think too much recently. So they even said, they're like, yeah, 80% rotating forms, practicing the fundamentals, amazing, right? Like that should be 80% of your practice. So you're on the right path. And I'm going to tell you what they told me, which is just fucking keep going, right? I'm nobody. I'm just a beginner just like you. So I'm telling you right now, bro, keep going. Keep going. Let's see. Okay, how about something? What else? There's like little shingles here, right? Maybe I can do something like that. The thing is, the arm felt so unbelievably wrong. But then I saw you and everyone else do it from the wrist. And since yesterday, I've been debating this. Like, is this okay? Am I being a coward for this? No, you're not. The wrist, the fingers, like the wrist and fingers. Because I only, you see, look, watch. Like, I'm only using my fingers, right? That's hard. This is hard. Like, there's no cowardice here. Trust me. That is really fucking hard. Okay? Like this is already immensely difficult to do because look how much work it takes just to even get these lines down properly, right? So do not fall into that trap of thinking that you're doing it the wrong way in this context. In art, there's a lot of ways to do it wrong, but when it comes to you already using the most difficult tool, do not think you're wrong for using it in a particular leverage point, because if all the greats or if a lot of great artists have built a skill, built very commendable skill, using it from their fingers and wrists, right? Then what's to stop you from you doing the same? If you can't trust your own brain, trust their brain and their actions, right? Like they've already done it for us. They've literally done the hard work for us. We just need to believe in their work, and then just follow suit, right? So yeah, don't kill the debate. You're done. The debate is over. Use your fingers and your wrist and just min max that. If you're choosing one option, min max it. Like fucking just go off on being the absolute fucking goat in that regard, right? Like look at me, like I'm min maxing using it from the wrist, right, or using my fingers, just like Kim Jong Il did. Why? Because if I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna make it hard for myself, I'm gonna make sure I can go the fuck off on that thing, right? Hashtag Viggy inspires. I'm still figuring out the hashtag, so give me some give me some leeway. Hi, what's good? Calf Gek. Hey, I remember you, Calf Gek. What's up? I think you pulled up, said some bullshit, and then left. But that sounds like everybody else to me. Right? And then they say to vary the lines. So this type of rendering is new to me. But let's see. I'm not trying to render too much right now. We're just trying to figure out. There you go. Let's do something like this. See right there? You see right there, So Chromo? I just used my shoulder just a little bit. I just went like this. But that was actually more my elbow pivot, right? Fucking if that helps, my elbow pivot. So it's completely fine. It's completely fine. I'm completely fine. Thanks for asking. There you go. You see how I just changed the angle of that? I'm a fucking genius. Hey man, can't be too inspiring, otherwise the parasocialness sets in. Gotta throw in at least one insult every 2 seconds. You're right. Fuck you for asking me questions. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, no, but you guys got this shit, okay? Like, all that matters is the doing part, okay? Thinking, you think when you do, not before, okay? You eliminate the options. You're like, I'm gonna use brush pen, for example, right? Okay. Then you're like, I'm gonna use brush pen. But then while you're using it, when you're thinking, is my grip okay? Like you notice like five things immediately the second you use it, and you're like, okay, my grip is ass, the pen pressure control is ass, right? I can't do it from this angle, that angle. Boom. You don't have to think anymore on like what you have to focus on, because just using it has shown you 10 different things to focus on and made it very clear that you're extremely uncomfortable and inexperienced in those things. So now it's just think while doing about those things that you have to work on. I'm at a point now where it's less about the pen pressure control. It's more nuanced, right? Now it's like, okay, really trying to get even thinner lines, right? Trying to be able to go thick to thin, all that stuff, which is stuff I'm still working on, of course, right? But the worst thing you can do is just keep thinking, you know? So let's see. There you go. That being said, this looks pretty nice so far. Best of luck on the piece. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm really just trying to remember all the architecture stuff I've seen, uh, so far. So it's fun in that regard, but I'm just trying to think. Okay, I have a couple ideas. At the end of the day, like what I want is to lead the eye like this and then bring it back towards this, right? That's the whole focal point thing. This other guy, John Berg from Fan Expo as well. He's an artist, and he was telling me like composition. He's like, it's just you can lead the eye using your lines towards the thing that you want. Right now, we're kind of going like this, but once we hit here, I can leave some space here and then start adding maybe bridges or something to this. And then again, I'm still gonna have an underground area, just like this is like a crevice or whatever. So these are all the things like people will give advice, and I talked to 9 different artists on Friday on Fan Expo, right? All incredible artists that it was just I didn't know who they were. I just went up to them, and I fucking like I was just like, hey, can like I'd like your feedback because I like their art. And every single one of them gave me different advice. There was a lot of overlap in their advice, but I can't apply all of it now. It will take years to really internalize what they said. But the main things is like focal point, lead the eye to the one thing. Things further away have less detail than things up front, right? Try not to have one. What's it called? JP Buzio said, "Don't have tangents," which is lines interacting awkwardly with each other. So that's something to keep in mind. Kafka says, I think my fundamentals are no longer absolute dookie. That's motivating. I'll go practice. Gotta lock in. Have a good one and have a good session. Thank you very much, Kafka. You have a wonderful drawing session. Keep me on the background, you piece of shit. Just keep me on mute. Please, please. I need the retention. Do it, please. God damn it. Everybody's a critic. In this case, they're not really criticizing. They're just debilitating. See, I made a mistake there, but I kind of just said fuck it and went with it anyways. Right? Oh, he fucked off. I fucking hate that guy. Nobody tell him that though. Okay. What kind of windows have we seen? IRL, right? What have we seen? It's the battle of the century. What have we seen? I don't know what I did there. That was just a mistake. Might as well have been. But it's okay because we'll just ignore that. Nobody's gonna know that's a mistake, really. Well, I can actually have like a pipe coming out here. Again, I've seen stuff like this every so often. See, this angle chromo is very difficult for me. See that? You see that fucking shaky ass line? I struggle with that so much. That's why I chase after that, right? It's inevitable that after doing that millions of fucking times, at one point, 10 years from now, it'd be like, oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. And there you go. That's nice abstraction. I'm proud of myself for that. Oh, but that's actually completely off in perspective. That's actually completely off in perspective. But yeah, that's completely off in perspective, especially this. So we'll just have to fix that a little. That's better. See, it's like you can make a lot of mistakes, but if generally your mistakes are able to be kind of obstructed by a consistent application of the right direction from those mistakes, right? Like the right direction was me fixing this and making it slightly better than that. But now they kind of just blend together. It's like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. At least I hope. At least I hope. There you go. Not everything has to connect, right? So I'm only going to go for an hour today. It's already been half an hour, but I'm very happy with what I've been doing so far, to be honest. And the thing is, Not everything has to have detail. I can just do this. We can literally just do this. And call it a day. Because I've seen this design in houses as well. All right, that actually kind of looks like, okay, I could see that in real life. This is all just me coping. I could be completely wrong. It's all fucking shit. But I believe in the me that believes in the you. But it's not garbage. Not yet. There you go. This is how we introduce foreshortening. See? And then to reinforce that it is cylindrical, it's just by doing a little bit of this. There you go. See? It's like, okay, that is distance. Holy shit, who would have thought I could emulate distance? That's the thing. I don't thought. I just do, as per my advice. But let's see. Now we need something interesting. Something interesting. I'm trying to, because Jim Liu is the one who gave me that advice. Jim Liu and John Berg. Jim? Was it Jim? Will. What the fuck am I saying? Jim. Jimothy? Everybody left. Okay, nobody cares anymore. It's just me and my lonesome. That's what happens when you're a YouTuber. You're expendable, disposable. Even the sequels don't mean anything. I'm going to leave that as it is. I actually like how that looks just as it is. I think just having another... what else have we seen? I've seen this. Okay, but roofs have things. That's a very profound insight I just gave out right now. But roofs have things, right? What things have I observed? This is where memory drawing comes into place. What things have I... Okay, I've definitely seen shit like this. Just like little fucking... little boxes and with things jutting out of them. I have no idea what this shit is either, but I've seen that. For sure. Something like that. I know I've seen that. I think I fucked it up. But again, as long as I keep it consistent, add some shadows, then it's... I feel like it could kind of. There you go. Yeah, maybe that looks a bit better. Obviously, doing these lines is difficult, but... Oh, people are back. Wow, they're back. Wonderful. Fuck you guys. All right. Let's see. Where else do we want to go? I'm going to leave that as it is. Right? Detailing can always come afterwards. It's not necessary to detail everything all at once. Right? Great movie, though. Although maybe I'm misremembering it. Okay. And then... what other architectural artifacts have I borne witness to? Well, I can just finish this off. You see, this is where we can start creating perspective. Oh, perspective. Because yeah, I fucking made the vanishing point like somewhere here, somewhere. This is basically 1 point perspective practice, right? But it also comes down to just... because okay, like actually perspective's a bit broken because you see how that is going towards there, but then this is not. So it's kind of like we're seeing the top of this roof, but we're seeing the top of this roof, but we're not seeing it of this roof, right? And there you might think perspective is broken. But I can fix that right now. Watch. We can make it so like, oh, okay, they're just... because when it comes to buildings, like we have leeway with shit like this because it's like, oh, okay, it's just a matter of maybe this could literally just be something that's slanted down, right? This could just be something that's slanted, slanted down and then pointing this way. Technically, it's like this, right? So, but if I establish going forward that the perspective is going to be wonky anyways, it can fix it. This is my mistake. I actually didn't even notice that we're seeing the top of this. So how can I, because now I have a completely new vanishing point. But do I really? Right? Do I really? Because if I just do something like this, right? If I just do something like, there you go. Now we're back to establishing, actually, I can even make it more tilted. Right? I know this is like completely different sides because this one is much more organic and yeah, it's much more organic and it's kind of challenging everything. While here I have, see, it's kind of like, let's see. There you go. Now it's that this now it's just like, okay, perspective is wonky, but now we're establishing that hey, it doesn't matter if it's wonky, you know, because that's the point now. The point is like, oh, okay, these buildings, this is a fantastical world. We're creating something that isn't akin to real life, right? But it's good. It's hard to like see the perspective at all times, anyways. So I need to work on that. See, and then we can just create some foreshortening, right? And bring it down. I guess on that side we would see a little bit. Interesting. Right? It's all going there. It's all going there, basically. Doesn't matter, actually. Like, this fucking vanishing point is, like, going like this. It's super drastic. This one's going all over the place. Honestly, like, none of it really makes sense. So, it's a huge mistake on my end, of course, but we can try to. Well, the thing is, this is an environment. Different things will have different vanishing points, right? So it doesn't even have to make sense. It doesn't have to all be within the same vanishing point scenery. As long as we have a horizon line that's consistent, right? Because I could just do something like this. Let's see. Well, I want to connect this because I can still make it consistent here, right? I could do something like vanishing points, like roughly like horizon lines there. And I could do something like this. Let me think. It's good. This is all thought experiments. At the end of the day, drawing is thinking, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sense of a world that doesn't exist with the rules that I've established to myself through practice, right? That's the fun part, actually. So we could do something like, I don't know why this pen does that, to be honest. It's always a skill issue, but if I blame the pen, I'll feel better. There you go. Right. Now we can do something really fun, which is, I just thought of this, but I like the idea. Something like that. It can all be tiny. They can all follow their own little perspectives. Because at the end of the day, None of this like, as long as I'm going in this general direction and these things are following that general direction, then our mind will just be like, okay, everything's just oriented slightly differently. This is slanted. We can just acknowledge that, okay, like this building is fucking slanted. This one is more accurate, right? Why? Because this one is going to follow this in the bottom. I've established that, and I'm going to continue establishing that. It really helps to talk out loud, by the way. I fucking recommend everybody to do an art channel, man, just showing their progress, because whether I'm quote unquote ever successful in this as a venture in terms of whatever the fucking social media aspect, right? Just being able to talk about, like, think out loud on your process, I think is infinitely valuable. You know, that's something that can't be taken away. It's really, really nice. I mean, I appreciate it quite a bit. And we all know what I appreciate is the most important. See, again, like, my brain is hurting right now because I have to think about the vanishing point while ignoring it. Like, I can't look at it. I'm looking at this, right? But I have to think about the fact that it's somewhere here. You know, that's very difficult to do. So, just look at that. We kind of just established the perspective just by having shapes follow that perspective, right? And then I can just continue this onward like so, because we want differences. Not everything should look the same, right? That's boring. When things look the same, that's boring. That's something that one of the artists told me. It's like, don't make everything look the same. I'm trying to keep that in mind as I draw. Right? Cool. There you go. We're not even done yet. We still have to draw the fucking door. Now, to establish scale, like, okay, this is a pretty fucking big area. The door should be tiny, that big. There you go. And maybe we can have a window. Maybe we can have a window. Let's see. Well, I mean, I could always experiment with different textures, right? Something as simple as this can actually add a lot of complexity. See, like, we don't want things to look the same in terms of design, is what I'm understanding, but familiarity and consistency with textures are, I believe, very welcome. You know, as long as we obviously follow the form that is being established and maintain consistency with the spacing and the sizing of the textures we have created, it can, and I believe in this case it is, establishing a sense of texture. There you go. That's not bad. That's pretty fucking good. Damn, I can't believe this took me 49 minutes to do, but it makes sense. I love these drawings. I think I'm genuinely getting better at observing life, and thinking out loud is really helping. But that's the biggest key I can give, or takeaway I can give to myself and anybody else, is just, we just have to keep paying attention and then trying to recall what we paid attention to. That's the most difficult part, right? Recalling what we paid attention to. But I think those memory drawing practices I've been doing in my main channel, the fucking videos, right, of like rotating things from memory, that's huge. That is, I think, the biggest thing that's making a difference right now. It makes sense. Once you have the ability to learn and create forms, the next step is to establish a more grounded visual library of those forms, right? And I don't think I've established lighting at all yet, which I'm fine with, which I'm completely fine with. But again, right now I'm trying to do everything with the minimalist amount of lines, right? So there you go. There you go. That looks better. That looks a lot better. And what type of windows have we seen? Let's do this first. What kind of windows have we seen? I've seen a lot of different types of windows. I could do this. Because I've seen this, like literally just. And then I guess we can just add some circular windows. There you go. Obviously it's hidden perspective a little. I think I misoriented it in terms of like it shouldn't be that far away, but I think the size is accurate, right? And now that looks like a cute little face, right? So cool stuff, cool stuff. But yeah, let's see what other types of buildings we can make, right? There you go. Something like that. Could, because I'm trying to think of castle-like shapes now, right? So a castle-like shape. What the fuck is a castle-like shape? No idea. No idea. That there, no idea. So let me just try to think. What is a castle-like shape? What do they have? I ended up creating a sort of piping thing over here, but we still want things to be. Yeah, because like this is coming in from a completely different perspective than this, right? So there has to be a way to tie it all together. You know what I mean? Because this area's perspective is like this. This area's perspective is clearly like this. And now we have another area that's perspectives like that, right? They're all going relatively towards the horizon line. But that's the beautiful part. Is like they're all in their own perspective, but this still looks relatively believable. Nothing is really breaking the perspective yet, right? So that's a good thing. That means I have, at the very least, understood form to a degree, right? So have I, what other shapes? What other shapes? Let's see. Try something like this. I think I've already done something like this, but I don't think it hurts to give it another shot. Right? Actually, this could just be a door. Yeah, I don't know why this pen is so finicky right now. And I don't know why, like, what the fuck? Where was the stability in my fingers yesterday? That's a piss off. Oh, I know what to do. There you go. It's like a little knocker. There it is. Guess I can do this texture. It doesn't really hurt, right? Again, I'm not trying to add little details really. But if I'm trying to create variety, I don't mind adding small details like this. But you see how I'm really trying to be as purposeful as possible with my rendering, right? With my detailing. So that's important to me. That's very important to me now, especially after all the advice I've gotten. It would be foolish to not take it into consideration, right? So, and again, like rendering can come after, like filling in shadows, all that stuff can come in after. But like the only thing I need to fill in shadow is stuff like this, right? Something like that. But nothing more than that, I don't think. Just trying to figure out. I can't believe it's already been an hour. I'll go for another 20 minutes and then we'll call it a day. I do want to finish this connection, right? I just want to finish this, this, and this. It just comes down to speed, but it's not the speed of my drawing ability, it's the speed of my thinking ability, right? Which is going to be difficult, of course. We can actually cover all of this in shadow. Right now, I can't even think about it, right? So that's a struggle, but that doesn't mean it's a permanent struggle. It's a temporary one, right? Okay, I'm trying to think. Maybe something like this. Well, at the very least, I couldn't go wrong with something like this, right? At the very least. So something like that. I didn't mean for it to be uneven, but it's happened now, so it's what it is, right? Cool. Same thing here, and then, okay. I think perspective's a bit off, but it's fine. Trying to figure out this shit as well. So what would that look on the other end? It would look like this. Right? Something like that, I think. We can just shadow that up a little bit. Okay. I know that's not exactly a castle type shape, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure things out as we go. And I think they had little windows, right? There you go. Okay, but obviously now this is going to get cut off. But I want to make this like an interesting. I want to really lean in on the fantastical element of this building. This is the beauty, guys, because like I haven't really done much observing, right? But just from the little observation that I've done and I've tried to keep in mind already, I think there's a decent variation. Like there's a decent variance in the housing types. And trust me when I say it is not easy to come up with different variations. We might think it's easy because we see so much variety in our day-to-day life when it comes to this type of stuff, but it really isn't easy. You know, seeing variety and creating variety is completely different. They're drastically different skills, right? But what I can do now is I can do something like this just to really one of that point. Hold up. I want to do something like this. Okay. And I want to, what is a unique pattern? I have to think of a unique pattern slash texture now, right? So what is a unique pattern slash texture? Okay, I think I got an idea. It's gonna greatly depend on my ability to execute, but everything in life is greatly dependent on an ability to execute. So it's fine. But I want the pattern to be, okay, so this is, okay, this is a great way to practice perspective actually, funny enough. It's nothing incredible, but I'm trying to keep the scale in mind. These have to be a bit closer together. I need to be so, okay, I'm like, I keep fucking inching towards the page. So I need to stop doing, this has to be able to be done zoomed out with this fucking retarded camera view. And the thing is, like, this is very well a possibility of failure, right? But it's that possibility of failure that creates something that one would not expect. But I don't like this, actually. I don't like it. So what I could do, actually, is I could just stop it right here. Because look, like it's overlapping awkwardly. This is the tangent that JP was talking about, right? So what I could do is this. I'm just going to, if we give this some solid form, like that, this entire thing can become three-dimensional, right? So if we do that, then I can just, to be honest, I'm just completely bullshitting right now, but if I keep using words like form, it'll mean something. Right. I think I have an idea actually. But I need to really make sure that my penmanship isn't as shoddy as it is now. Which is good, because again, as I was telling Chromo, it's just a highlight in the things I need to practice, right? So let's just say it's like dark there, and then it's getting ever so slightly lighter as we go on. Just in general, this is dark, right? But it's just getting slightly lighter. Now, this is already a mistake. Don't get me wrong. Like, all of this is already a huge, huge, huge mistake. But it's how I'm going to react to it that's going to make the biggest difference. So, like, right now, honestly, what I should do is just cut off most of this. Like that. And to be honest, we should just add a layer of darkness right here. Right? Now, what makes it see, I did all that work only to get rid of it, right? So that's a mistake, a huge mistake. But it's something we have to live with, you know? And if we can just add a little bit of consistency, maybe the mistake has merit. Maybe that's a texture. And maybe I can just leave it, right? All that work gone now, but you don't feel bad, you feel good, because now you learned a lesson that you need to think a bit, I need to think a bit deeper regarding textures, right? So all just a lesson learned, you know? Okay, what else do buildings have? Right, what else? What other, I guess, architectural artifacts? Architectural artifacts? What the fuck? Autism artifact, I swear, that's in my brain. Architectural artifacts exist, right? So let's see. This is the part where I have to really think hard. I just have to try to recall all the stuff I've seen so far. I can think of my own house as well. Okay, so this is clearly a building, and we can keep it as a building. We just need to make sure, let's see, why don't I start here? Actually, I could just start here. No, I need to think different. Right? Something like this. And the bottom two is going to be something like that. Let's see. Oh, I already know what I'm going to do down here, actually. I have an idea, and I'm a fucking genius. So now I just need to make sure this makes sense. Let's see, something like, okay, something like that. And then in the same vein, hold up. There you go. Because we can even do something like this. The same vein, if it's like all the way over there. But it's something like that. See? So like I guess it's attached to some degree. I actually messed this up a little. I need to make this a lot closer. So I could actually fix this by doing here. There you go. But it doesn't just end like that, of course. There you go. Okay, so it's like attached, and it's some sort of construction apparatus, right? And we can just do the same thing here. And honestly, this can just be a physical thing, like so. And I know I'm just kind of making shit up now. I wasn't trying to, but it ended up being that way. There you go. So I can do the same thing here, just kind of. And again, I know those are tangents and I know they're awkward. I'm trying my best. JP, I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. God damn it. He's never going to watch this. But if he does, I'm sorry, JP. You gave me really good advice and I might have butchered it a little. There you go. That looks pretty cool. It's kind of like attached. I think we can do this. Right. I don't know. Even my houses are getting too cluster fucked. I liked what I did there better. Now this one, what I thought would be better, is not. But it's okay. I'm not gonna blame myself for it. I'm just gonna hate myself for it. Hmm. Yeah, some things went off. But at the end of the day, we can just leave it as it is. Just add some windows, right? I have the fucking How to Train Your Dragon theme song stuck in my head right now. Let's do that. We okay. Something something. Great movie. I don't know. It's aight, but I'm not gonna hold myself to it. It's just very cluttered here. The others were better. This could have really been something good, but it isn't. But that doesn't mean that I just give up, right? Right? I'm just trying to think if there's any other way to make it look a bit better, but I don't think there is. So we'll keep it simple. What do people have on their walkways? It's like a rug. So there you go. They just have a rug that says that just has a smiley face. There you go. Makes sense, doesn't make sense. But what the fuck did Uguay said? Dumpling, no dump, no, that's not. It was he said like something, not something. I'm trying to reference it, man, but I can't. Let's see. Am I just gonna call it here? I think this is okay. There are some things that I don't like, which is all of it. You can just kind of add the window shading, whatever. But you know what? Overall, it's not bad. I pushed myself, and it was very uncomfortable trying to figure this out, which is good. Right. Overall, I really, really enjoyed the discomfort that came with it. Right. This could have been a lot better. You know, this thing here, but I'm still figuring things out because I skewed the angle here way too much because I was trying to make skewed perspective work, but it didn't. Right. So but I have a whole idea with this entire section, and I think I can make it work with this section as well. So yeah, there's a lot we can do. There's a lot we can do, and the skewed perspective, in some ways works, other ways it doesn't. But it was fun. It was fucking amazing. I know it was a short stream, but I really wanted to because I was like, shit. If I'm going to be doing this ArtWatt thing, then it's going to be difficult to stream on Mondays because Mondays are going to be the days where I record them, and where I record 4 videos for the week, or like shorts for the week. I'm never fucking doing short form content after this, bro. It takes me half an hour to do every video, and then it takes me an hour to edit each one. Fuck that shit. This beautiful low effort content I have going here. That's the way to go. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done for now. I'll come back to this next Tuesday probably, I guess. But with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. Well, my fucking fans all left because they actually listened to my advice. I hate you pieces of shit. Keep it on the background. But yeah, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money. Thank you.